Good evening. My name is Mark Sykes, and this is for operations 1432. We'll be covering coefficient of determination. So the question was, as the scatter of points about a regression line becomes greater, the value will become A, unaffected, B, become smaller, C, become larger, or D, approach the value of 1. So first, a few things to know. So RSS is equal to the residual sum of squares, which is the sum of the y value minus y hat times 2. TSS is the total sum of squares, which is the total sum of y minus the absolute value of y times 2. And R squared, the value that is the coefficient of determination, what we're going to be looking for and taking a look at here is a measure that represents the proportion of variance for a dependent variable that's explained by an independent variable. So the equation, as it would be, is R squared is equal to 1 minus RSS over TSS. However, for our purposes in Excel, we will use the R squared function that will do range A, which is the y value range we see here, and range B, which is the x value range that we see here. This is our R square value. As we see, the entire line following the trend line perfectly is giving us a value of 1. So that means the model is perfectly predicting that it's in line with the trend line. However, as we go further, we see that our scatter of points is starting to get a little more hectic. We see that they've got less to do with the trend line. We see that our R squared value starting to approach the 0.5 mark, meaning we're predicting the relationship a little bit less. Then as we go on, our scatter of points gets a lot crazier. So what we can see on the Excel sheet here is, so I don't know if you might remember from statistics class. So for instance, this could be, say, sit-ups. This could be push-ups. And we can see whether, so put in some values. And we can see whether or not the trend is represented by the numbers we see. So we can see that our trend line is hanging out here, and none of these scatter points are showing any kind of interaction with that trend line there. And we see that our coefficient of determination is very, very, very low. So what we can determine from this is that as the scatter of points about a regression line becomes greater, the R square value will become smaller. Thank you very much.